a 6-man interpromotional battle royal to bring over 3 new fresh faces, and also to redeem himself after all the troubles he's had on SmackDown.
Zack Star, if he were to win this the second straight year, this could really propel him. And here comes Booker T, who was also a part of the Battle Royal last year.
That's absolutely correct. Booker T has had an up and down year. Was the King of the Ring. Yep. That King of the Ring victory for Booker T, that was definitely in my very 5. But nonetheless, the 5-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion in this Battle Royal, again representing Raw. And I don't know what else to say, but Booker T came very, very close to capturing the United States Championship in the 6-pack challenge at WrestleMania II. The man is a veteran, the man coming out to represent Raw. If there's anybody who could captain that team to victory, it might be this man right here.
Do you think Zack Star and Booker T can get along considering their new brand members?
I'm not one to talk about brand unity in that sense, but nonetheless, the first member of SmackDown making his way out right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mexican aristocrat. This is a man who has the blood of kings, Alberto Del Rio.
One thing you want to point about Del Rio, he got speared by Lashley at WrestleMania II. Well, way for Del Rio to rebound from that is by winning this Battle Royal and earning SmackDown a draft pick.
I don't think he should be disappointed with his performance at WrestleMania 2. Sure, he didn't win. Sure, he didn't prove everything he said.
He wanted to win. That's what you want to do in this business. You want to win every single match. And Del Rio, he may not look like it, but he's pretty upset.
Absolutely, but I think the big thing about it is that Del Rio knows that new change is in the air. A new breath of life is coming into WEDF. This is a new chance for Alberto Del Rio to shine and prove himself. Had a great start in Season 2. Didn't really do much after that.
He's off the draft last year.
Absolutely. But even then, didn't do much in Season 2, but has a chance to do a lot more. And speaking of new breaths of life, this man, almost like Jack Swagger, has been on a downward spiral after a successful Intercontinental Championship reign. The man of perfection, the show-off, Dolph Ziggler.
It's amazing how a handshake can affect your entire career. And Dolph Ziggler is really trying to change that career and move up the ranks. Because something about Dolph Ziggler, I actually see future World Championship material in him. I know a lot of people don't, but I think he has the tools to take us to the top in this business.
He's got a silver tongue. His wrestling ability is the best. The man claims that he will always have the best match on the card and the most entertaining. It's not showing off if you can back it up.
Oh, do we have to see this guy here? Oh no.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Zack Ryder.
I just don't know. I just think he's kind of a weak link here. I don't know. Zack Ryder, what's he done on his own? Sure, he's won the tag team titles alongside D'Angelo Dinero, and then turned on him due to jealousy. But I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, you know, Zack Ryder is very beloved by most of the WEDF universe, and I don't know what other way to put it, but Zack Ryder is a lovable talent. He might have some potential, but let's talk about this man right here. Let's talk about the Wall Street businessman. Let's talk about John Bradshaw Layfield.
Kind of funny, JBL, before we get to that, JBL actually, before he came out, I received word that he ordered officials to remove Del Rio's car out of the way.
Well, of course he had to, but Del Rio's car was removed well before Zack Ryder made his entrance. But nonetheless, JBL, I believe, He was also in that United States Championship match. Yes. JBL, ever since having a singles career since the retirement of Ron Simmons, not really finding himself successful, not really having the stroke of luck that he wanted to have, especially for being one of the longest reigning world champions of the past decade.
Well, I think maybe it's the end of the road for JBL. This match is underway. See Booker T going after Del Rio. Del Rio's in trouble.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's point out the only way you can be eliminated from this battle royal is over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. Last man standing wins the match for their brand.
Zack Ryder and JBL going at Dolph Ziggler and Zack Star, Del Rio and Booker T.
So much action in this match with only 6 men in the ring. You see, oh, look at that. You saw JBL and Zack Star kind of work together on Dolph Ziggler, but JBL quickly ended that partnership. Now JBL trying to eliminate Zack Ryder. Well, they're both Zacks anyway, still. I was about to say Star.
Getting a little confused here, and wait a minute, Zack Star is going after JBL. This is every man for himself, but you gotta think, why aren't you going after the other member of your brand?
Well, in one retrospect, you want more draft picks, but at the same time, you kind of don't, because you're scared of the new talent. Some people, scared of change, scared to see what happens if the new talent comes over. And as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If they're seeing a lot of success or not,
well, Zack Star's in trouble. Dolph Ziggler's cornered him.
Zack Star very close to elimination. I guess we'll go with that. But wait a minute! Skins the cat. Both feet did not touch the floor. Zack Star still in this match, ladies and gentlemen.
And Dolph Ziggler not expecting that at all.
But again, back to the point. Especially for guys like Zack Star, JBL, and Booker T now on Raw who have not had a lot of success, maybe it might be better for them if they let Ziggler, Del Rio, and Ryder win here, so that way new talent doesn't come over to their brand and they have a better shot at success on the Raw brand. But wait a minute, Del Rio quickly close to eliminating Ryder, but Ryder saved momentarily.
That was 3 draft picks. This is
oh my goodness, what a beautiful super kick from Zack Star!
Starting behind Ryder eliminated with that clothesline. There you go.
So much for the Let's Go Ryder chance, but a valiant effort for the Long Island Iced Z.
Now Del Rio gets Irish in the corner. Zack Star, a big chop. Wait a minute here. There goes Del Rio. Del Rio's eliminated. Dolph Ziggler's on his own.
We're down to 1. Dolph Ziggler from SmackDown. Zack Star on fire.
Booker T and Zack Star going at it. Yeah, I think strategy would be to corner Dolph Ziggler here.
Again, it's like I said. This is a battle royal. Don't let them escape. Ziggler eliminates JBL. And now we're down to 2 against 1. Signature leg drop. Famouser style move from Ziggler. He's close to eliminating Zack Star. Zack Star on the ropes, but wait a minute.
What do we need for Dolph Ziggler to eliminate all 3 men?
That would be exactly what he wanted. That would continue Dolph Ziggler's claims of being a show-off.
Oh!
But Ziggler quickly back up, running around with that energy, kicking both men. Dolph Ziggler putting up a hell of a fight. And wait a minute,
gone.
Ziggler has just eliminated 2 men from Raw by himself. And after that 3-on-1 disadvantage, here we're down to Zack Star from Raw and Dolph Ziggler from SmackDown. Whichever man wins this will get 3 draft picks for that brand, and Ziggler looks to be in trouble. Star about to push him out. Star is close. Will it happen? No!
Oh, change it what happened earlier in the match.
I see the official telling me his feet did not touch the floor. Dolph Ziggler still in this match.
Dude now slugging it out with the right hand. Zack Star with a chop.
Smacking Dolph Ziggler directly in the noggin there. Star with an Irish whip. Ziggler on the rebound. Ziggler with a beautiful German suplex to counter him. But Ziggler, you see the exhaustion getting to him. Something's got to give between these two men. Star cleaning his... Oh my God!
What a super kick! Right on the jaw.
I think that's going to be all she wrote. Star working Ziggler over to the ropes. Star lifting him up over his shoulder, and there he goes.
For 2 straight years, Zack Star has won a draft pick for his brand, but this is the biggest one in the history of the WEDF draft. 3 superstars from SmackDown are heading to Raw, and you want to be on your toes here.
Absolutely. You don't know who's going to come over, but this definitely hurts SmackDown's momentum. They're losing 7 guys now, while Raw has only lost 2.
SmackDown's in trouble here.
But nonetheless, what a victory for Zack Star. What a way to get back on your feet. Then with a simple but effective Battle Royal victory like this, another valiant effort for Dolph Ziggler. Another way for him to get back on the right track. But in the end, it all matters for this man here, Zack Star.
One thing I want to point out, off topic a little bit, how did Zack Star keep that necklace on the whole match?
It's a necklace. Be more concerned about how he keeps that beanie or whatever on.
It was like when Samoa Joe kept his towel on, I guess.
Well, let's
Who's coming over
this.
now?
Who's the first of 3? Who is the 5th man coming over the Raw?
Whoa, the former World Heavyweight Champion, Christian, the former United States Champion, heading over to Monday night.
And you also got to think here, it was on the draft episode last year that Christian decided to cash in his money in the bank on his best friend, his tag team partner, Edge, and he won the World Heavyweight Championship because of it.
And they battled in a hellacious TLC match at Lasting Back, which is possibly one of the underrated matches of the season. Anyway, it's going to be our next pick.
The second pick. I'll ask you a question later, Frank Dogg, but let's see the second pick. Who is Zack Star also bringing over?
Whoa! The former Intercontinental Champion, Rob Van Dam, the former ECCW Champion, heading over. Mr. Monday Night is back.
Mr. Monday Night heading back to the red brand, and I think it's definitely high time that Rob Van Dam had a change of pace as well.
Rob Van Dam sporting the red shirt.
The whole effing show is back on Raw. That's the second big pick, but now who's the last one jumping
Number 3. It's gotta be someone huge. It's gotta be someone huge. Whoa!
Jeff Hardy, the man who beat Zack Star at WrestleMania II in an Extreme Rules match. You gotta think, Zack Star has some unfinished business with him.
And Jeff Hardy, here we go. This feud has turned personal between Zack Star and Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy, Zack Star looks like he's about to barf here.
Yeah, but at the same time, it also might be a blessing for Zack Star to avenge that loss at WrestleMania.
That could very well be. You never know. We still clearly do have unfinished business due to the rivalry just being so personal between the two. Bring up family members. But anyway, what a Raw we're having so far.
What a draft we're having.
Bigger.
Only gets bigger, only gets better. 7 guys to Raw, 2 to SmackDown, but wait a minute.
Chalmer's the partner of Sin Cara.
Looks like the TV title